Hello there. Hello, how are you, beautiful? So, are toxins affecting your fertility or your hormone balance in general? Most likely, the answer is yes, because undoubtedly throughout your life, you have been exposed to thousands upon thousands of chemicals that have been shown to really disrupt our hormones and lead to conditions such as PCOS, hypothyroidism, endometriosis, fibroids, you name it. Infertility now, it's at epidemic levels because we have so many chemicals in our environment that are affecting our hormones. So today I'm going to break down some of the common mistakes that you can make if you just go out and do whatever's suggested on Google when you hear the word toxin and when you need to balance your body. And these common mistakes can actually set you back a couple months or just put your health in some kind of just a further state of imbalance is how we see it. And so then I'm going to share with you what you can actually do. Very, very simple things so you can get started right away. And I'm Susanna Pueyes. I'm a physician of Asian and functional medicine and an herbal connoisseur. And I help women like you boost your energy, balance your hormones, and boost your fertility naturally so that you can become healthy, sexy mamas at any age without giving up carbs or chocolate. Now, toxins are real. There's something we have to deal with every single day. They're not going away. It's going to get worse. You're not going to go and crawl under a hole. It's just not happening. What you have to do is just be aware of certain things so that you don't set your body back. So if you're having difficulty getting pregnant, it's been a couple months, couple years, and you've taken all the right supplements, you've changed your diet, nothing's happening, this could be the missing link for you. It's one of the main components in the systems that I use to help women like you get pregnant and even overcome conditions such as endometriosis or PCOS so that you can finally get pregnant or not. But toxins play a huge role in how I look at the body holistically and how you need to look at your body holistically. These are very, very serious chemicals that are literally altering the way your body is functioning. And there's a lot of science, there's a lot of research, but when you go to your doctor, even your fertility specialist, these are things that are really not going to become part of your diagnosis. They're not part of the equation to, get you to start taking fertility drugs so that we can get you to start your IUI or IVF treatments in 12 weeks. These are not part of the equation. This is actually how we look at the body and all of the systems that are impacted as a holistic practitioner, because these are the root causes as to why your hormones may be out of whack and why you are not getting what you want, which is a baby, right? Or just even hormone balance and just regular moods in general. So we always have to look at these underlying root causes before you go into drastic measures such as taking medication, injecting yourself with hormone shots, and actually going through the process of IVF and failing, and then thinking about your next round and failing that, and thinking about the next round and the next round, and you're up 8 rounds and more than $200,000 in debt without even addressing root causes that you could have addressed and are best addressed naturally. Seriously, there's always the preconception process is always your best investment in yourself. So when it comes to toxins, like I said, you've been exposed through the food you eat. If you've had unconventional fruits and vegetables and produce, you're exposed to pesticides. That's just the truth of it. And these pesticides are known as xenoestrogens, and they really mess up the estrogen levels in your body. And they really mimic how the communication between your brain and your uterus and your reproductive organs are really signaling. And when you have hormone imbalances and you're having difficulty getting pregnant, this is something you have to really, really consider before you start injecting yourself with more medication that can do quite the opposite or can create more damage. All right. So you've been exposed by drinking plastic from plastics, you know, just in the air you breathe, the exhaust, the fumes. There are so many exposures from tap water. There are so many toxins and chemicals in tap water. It's crazy. Just in your toothpaste, the fluoride, there's fluoride in the bath and the tap water and your toothpaste that you buy. And fluoride is a neurotoxin, and eventually these things can aggravate your immune system. When your immune system's amped up and, you know, literally we could say you're on fire, just to give you a visual, the last thing your body's going to want to do is be in a relaxed mood to make a baby. So all of these toxins over a period of time accumulate in the body and create this havoc. If you eat a lot of processed wheat, you don't necessarily have if you don't necessarily have a gluten sensitivity, but processed wheat and other big staple foods, they are grown with Roundup, glyphosate, and there's a ton of research as to how that really creates havoc in the gut and there in your neurotransmitters, and then therefore in your hormones, because your gut is where your hormones are created, at least in 80% of your immune system. So all of these toxins play a huge role. So when you hear about toxins and you want to clean this up, everybody would want to clean this up. When you hear the word toxins and you want to get healthy, you want to balance your hormones, and eventually you want to get pregnant, of course you want to clean your body. But that's actually one of the worst things you can do, because all of these cleanses, for example, a 28-day cleanse with, you know, 3 supplements of pills that have dandelion and broccoli and all of this in pills, and then a shake to, you know, keep you from getting hungry because you're going to clear and clear and clear for 3 or 4 weeks. This is very, very brutal on your liver and your adrenals. By the time you feel like you want to do this kind of a detox, your liver is already stagnant, okay? It's already not performing at 100%. Let's say 50%, and you're still surviving, okay? It's already kind of under functioning, it's deficient, it's stagnant, it's, you know, putting away, doing whatever it can, getting by, you know, throughout the day. And then you're gonna throw in hundreds and hundreds of pills in a short period of time to really purge and really force and really, you know, force the liver to do its work that it's already kind of deficient in doing, right? It's like somebody making you work overtime when you've been sleep deprived for 3 or 4 days and you really literally can't stand up. You can't go in the sun without getting a headache. You know, you're underperforming. Your liver does the same thing. So when we get into this when you get into this mood of, you know, wanting to cleanse to reset and rebalance, this is not the way, because eventually it will also drain your adrenal glands. And if your liver's stagnant, if you have hormonal imbalances, if you're not sleeping right, if you have belly fat, if you're having trouble getting pregnant, if you have anxiety, if you have depression, I could name them all. Your adrenal glands are not 100% either. And to stress the liver and the adrenals at the same time with these kind of detox kits, in the long run, it's not beneficial, because you're gonna take like 3 steps back, because then these organ systems have to recover. And although during a detox, you might feel great, you might have clear thinking, clarity, and you might not be bloated and you feel great and it's working and everything like that, it's because you're probably not eating a lot of processed foods, you're drinking more liquids, you're trying to eat more vegetables just for that window. But as soon as we get back to our old patterns, then the liver is going to get back to that stagnation on top of trying to recover from what it was just forced and purged to do. So I suggest to stay away from those, because there are simpler methods to reset and protect yourself from your daily exposures to toxins. All right. The second thing you probably are thinking of doing when you hear the word toxins, or just trying to build your body up and, protect yourself, is supplement. And this is different from a detox kit or a 28-day detox goal or whatever. But most of the time, women want to supplement to get their body ready to fill in the gaps, the nutritional gaps, or your doctor has told you want to try to get pregnant, or you have a hormone imbalance, or you have fibroids, you have heavy periods, you're anemic, why don't you take some iron? This is supplementation, right? Or you read on Google that, all of your problems are because you're estrogen dominant and your progesterone's low, so why don't you take Vitex, or why don't you take magnesium and other things that are totally suggested online, where the key word here was estrogen dominant. Now let's go back to toxins. When you have a condition, any hormonal imbalance, or if you're having trouble getting pregnant, estrogen dominant is a true thing, but it's not because you're making too much estrogen and not enough progesterone. It's not as simple as that. What is causing you to create more estrogen? Usually it's the toxins in your body that have been stored. And these are not the estrogens that we need. Estrogen is a great hormone. We need it, and you should love it because it does so much to protect you. But we are talking about xenoestrogens. So any estrogen dominant condition is based off of the xenoestrogens, the bad estrogens, the ones that are made out of plastic, the ones that are ripping and shredding and tearing up all of those communication signals that your hormone and your brain need to communicate with, so that your body is balanced, so that you can get what you want out of your body, whether it's a good mood, great skin, or a baby. So whenever we're looking into, trying to supplement on our own, which is never a good idea, the reason why you feel like you need to supplement is because you may have a nutritional deficiency, and there's an estrogen dominance, but there's a reason for this. And most likely when you do have a nutritional deficiency, or you're supplementing just in case to improve your egg quality or improve your skin or headaches or whatever, it's because whatever you're getting from your food is not turning into the nutrients you need, because there's something in your body that is taking that space. For example, if you've read that you should take zinc to improve your egg quality, to improve your fertility, if you're deficient in zinc, I'm sure it's not because you're not eating the right foods. If you're eating enough plants, fruits, and vegetables, you should be getting enough zinc. But because it's not showing up dominant in your body, is probably because there's a heavy metal or a toxin that is taking up the space where the zinc should be. And I hope you understand that, because that's really, really important. You can be taking all the supplements that you've read about, the coenzyme Q10, the zinc, the omega-3s, the prenatals. And if it's been a year or two, even months, that things are not working out, you're not getting pregnant, you're still bloated, you're still having pain with your periods, if you have endo or fibroids, it's because there is something in your body that's taking up the space where these nutrients that you're getting from your food should be in without supplementing. And if you are supplementing and it's still not happening, that's even more of a sign that there's something in the body that shouldn't be there. And for example, zinc, if you're not absorbing zinc, the research shows high levels of copper block the absorption of zinc. And this can be easy. Some people are so easily exposed to zinc, copper, just by their pots and pans. There's copper pots and pans. And so if you have those, you have a lot of copper in your system. So don't run out and just supplement so you could boost your fertility or boost your hormones or boost your progesterone this way. you got to get the gunk out, or else you're just causing more problems. So eventually when you need to cleanse the body, there's going to be a lot of work to do. So don't get trapped, don't get caught up in this trap of you can supplement your way out of this and, you know, and protect yourself, and you can just do a fertility cleanse or a big cleanse so that, you know, you're free of these toxins and then things will just magically get balanced out. It really doesn't work that way. It's a lot more sophisticated than that. And so in the end, the simple, easy thing that you can do every single day so that you can balance your hormones, you can get out of pain, you can boost your fertility and finally get pregnant if that's what you want to do, is just prioritize liver health. It's very simple. In the morning, get up and drink some water. You've detoxed all night and you want to just flush this stuff out, right? Don't fall into, you've got to take more supplements. You've got to do liver cleanses. You've got to do some more stuff. Liver health, for whatever hormone imbalance you're dealing with, whatever state of fertility you want to attain, if it's not happening, you always go back to the liver. And so your liver is your best friend. It is going to protect you from the pills, the plastics, the pesticides, and everything out there on a daily basis. So whatever you're doing now in terms of your fruits and vegetables, double it so that you have these antioxidants that your liver can use to help protect you. And this is just daily things that you could start doing rather than subjecting yourself to, you know, crazy amounts of detoxes that are dangerous. If your gut is not in tip-top shape, absorbing the nutrients and creating the neurotransmitters and creating the hormones that really needs to be created right now, your gut is not absorbing this stuff. So if you throw yourself into this detox state, this intense detox, who knows where all of the toxins, they got to go somewhere. And if your gut is not, you know, 100% and you're not flushing them out through your stool and your urine, where is it going to go? It's going to get recirculated back in the body, right? And in women, unfortunately, when the liver's not working, the liver kind of, the systems just flush down into, for example, the lymphatic system by your pelvis. And that's where all the toxins stay. So women with fibroids definitely have a toxicity issue, a chemical toxicity. Women with endometriosis, the research is really obvious and really there. It's complete chemical toxicity there. So if you're planning to get pregnant, these are very, very simple steps to start increasing and boosting your liver health, but also making your liver a priority because you need it so that we can flush out these toxins, the xenoestrogens, plus all the heavy metals, the dioxins, the pesticides. I mean, we could go on and on and on, but whenever you want to boost your fertility and balance your hormones, you always have to start very, very simple. And if the supplements haven't worked, if nothing's worked, if you change your diet, nothing's working, this could be your missing link. This is why this is a really, really big part of my system, because it's so not talked about in conventional medicine. It is not addressed by your fertility specialist, and nor will it ever be, because they're there to do a job, just inseminate an embryo, and that's it. I am talking about a whole body preconception process for yourself and for your husband, because if you have poor egg quality, or he has poor sperm quality, or if you have endo, PCOS, fibroids, or any growth that shouldn't be there, you have a toxicity problem that really needs to be addressed. And if you've gotten pregnant before, I'm really happy for you, but toxins pass through the placenta, okay? So healthy babies, that's great, but that's why children right now they're sicker than they've ever been. They have eczema, asthma, ADD, ADHD. They have so many allergies. And a lot of pediatricians I talk to, they're just perplexed. Why are children sicker earlier than they've ever been? And it's because we are passing on these toxins if you can get pregnant, we're passing them on through the placenta. It's a true thing. And so it happened to me. And the best thing you could start doing is invest in a preconception process and start optimizing your liver health. That doesn't mean to go out and buy milk thistle or anything, you know, any supplemental thing. Start with water, because I'm sure you're not drinking enough water every morning, right? And so if you ever need more help or you want more insight into what could be possibly in your system, then you're always welcome to reach out to me personally, book your free discovery session with me, and we can talk about my nest system and how this is part of it and how you can make that impact so you can finally get pregnant and balance your hormones and just feel great and be the mother that you want to be. And so if you want more information on this, and if you haven't already done so, go ahead and click on the link that I have here below so that you can watch my free masterclass where I talk about the toxins and how they are affecting you and some other reproductive part, you and your husband, or, you know, if you have endo or fibroids, what the real truth of this this epidemic that's leading to infertility. And so I hope to talk to you all soon. Take care.